Hi, everybody. Bonnie Gillespie with you here today. We are going to be talking about another little mindset thing. And this is one I'm kind of crazy about, and it comes from Keith's brilliance as a parent. And I know I have to be very careful when I call Keith brilliant on these recordings because, he's totally going to point at that and say, see, you said I was brilliant. And you know what? Yes, in this, I'm definitely going to say Keith is brilliant. He's a phenomenal parent. Quinn, his son, my stepson, has been coming out to LA to stay with us for Quinn season his whole life, pretty much. He was 2 years old when Keith made the move to Los Angeles. So for as long as he can remember, every year, there's Quinn season. And when Quinn was finally at the age where Keith would go meet him at the airport as opposed to going and flying out and getting him and being on the flight with him, he would greet him at the gate, and the very first thing he would say after, hi, and how are you? How was your flight? And I love you, and hug, hug, hug. Have you been? We're going to have so much fun, is this. And I think it's brilliant parenting. You'd say, okay, we're going to make 10 spectacular mistakes today. Let's go see what's first. Now, I don't know about you, but that's the kind of thing that, had it been a part of how I was parented, I might have had a way cooler childhood and who knows what kind of trajectory into adulthood. That permission to fail, that it's no big deal that we're going to fuck some shit up because that's what life is. We're going to bump into things. We're going to get some things wrong. We're going to make a mistake, and we're probably going to make several a day. And okay, it's a sense of adventure to find out what those are. Because what we started noticing is that Quinn had a lot of high stakes for getting things right, and having this internally fed pressure that we didn't really understand because it certainly wasn't anything that we fed. It felt like something that needed to be softened. And one of the greatest ways to soften someone who has a sense of anxiety about perfectionism or getting things right or failing or messing things up is to say, hey, we're oh my God, we are gonna make 10 huge, spectacular, amazing mistakes today. Let's go find out what's first. And not then to go out of your way looking for things to mess up, but being in a place of curiosity and discovery for what it is you're going to bump into in your life and in this life, period, is kind of beautiful. And what I really love about this is that then when things happened, like he locked the keys in the car. I mean, it happens. A kid not realizing, oh, wait, the keys are in. First of all, I'm like, adults should have taken the keys. Whatever. It's not the kid's fault. But it then doesn't turn into, oh my God, I'm in trouble. What did I do? What are the ramifications for this thing that I've done? What are my consequences? How much trouble am I going to be in? It's like, that's why we have AAA. We have AAA. We call AAA. They come. They get the car open, the keys are right inside, nobody dies. We're fine. It's a wonderful little just logistical game, but it's also incredibly freeing when we start out on any venture, and really every day we're starting out on a new venture. We are, especially in this creative career, going to be making it up as we go along. It's one of the things with this business and with any kind of creative entrepreneurship. We choose a life that has very little structure to it because we want all this freedom. We don't want anybody telling us what to do. And then that great freedom comes with, holy shit, nobody's telling me what to do. I don't have the structure. I don't have the recipe book. I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do next. And that is both incredibly freeing and terrifying. So that whole experience of, I know I'm going to mess some things up because I don't know what the rules are, because this business is filled with landmines that you have no idea were planted decades before you were even born. There are so many places that you are going to hit landmines in this business. And that's kind of got to be a treasure hunt rather than I'm too afraid to take a step because what happens when I step on the landmine. See it as a treasure hunt. I know I'm going to step on a landmine. The goal is, like in The Princess Bride, learning that there's a popping sound before the fire goes up in the fire swamp, knowing that there's a hissing sound before the rodents of unusual size come at you. That the things that you can start to predict and calculate, I know what this looks like and I know what this feels like in my gut before it goes wrong. That's going to give you a little more power, but you've got to move and you've got to not be afraid of what mistake you're going to make first, what landmine you're going to step on, what rodent of unusual size is going to come out and try and get you, because life is filled with these types of surprises and spectacular mistakes. And how awesome and how freeing if we can start to see them as a sense of adventure. Let's go find out. What are we going to mess up first? Cool, I messed that up. And now I learned from it. Won't mess that same thing up the same way ever again. That's key. Try that. Do a little reparenting from some brilliance from Keith. It could make a really big difference, and I'm excited to see you at the next tier. Till next time, stay ninja. Mwah.